In this presentation, we will mention on general technical specialties of drones. Also, we will study these specialties detailedly. We will scope on drone schematic diagrams. Afterwards, we will look at examples and studies in drone transport. Then we will evaluate the market analysis of a passenger drone based on the competitors in the technological market. Lastly, we will end our presentation with the risk analysis of a passenger drone and the evaluation of a passenger drone in the future. Generally, in full automated drones, flight computer can individually control the speed of each motor individually. The rounded force of motor parts, which are called propellers, creates a vertical lifting power, which means y-axis, making the vehicle lean towards a specific direction, which is chosen before. As the battery, LiPo, is the optimum choice because of its lightweight, capability of delivering high discharge rates, provide enough power for the drone. Also, passenger drones are based on these technicalities before that I mentioned because it's a general. Passenger drones are unmanned vehicles which are being designed and studied on to become future daily transport vehicle. In our ordinary life, Ehang claims that, which is a well-known futuristic passenger drone company, automated flight eliminates the most dangerous part of standards of transportation, which is human error. According to Airliner Accident Statistics of 2019, there are 283 facilities with 20 fatal accidents. It's about 7%. Can you imagine? With full autonomy, this percentage can decrease down to almost 0%. Now, I want to talk about some technical specialties about Ehang 184 that I mentioned before in the presentation. Ehang has a multiple backups, meaning that even 4 of the 8 rotors that I mentioned before in the previous 2 slides gets dysfunctional, the UAV can be still able to land and cruise safely without any extra harm. Also, Ehang has a fail-safe system which enables the device to minimize unexpected occasions such as lightning or storm or heavy rain. Among all of these specialties, Ehang 184 also can auto-land in any kind of the situations, can be the situations that I mentioned earlier or any kind of unexpected natural circumstance. The UAV has 23-minute endurance time for a 10-mile flight, and this flight can be in 2 to 4 hours. Now, I want to give you some brief technical information about Airbus Vahana. The UAV is self-piloted with the guidance of smart sensors, which are placed into its critical points. Compared to traditional helicopters, it has a significant amount of noise reduction. Also, when I'm saying critical points, you can think anywhere which is applicable of an accident. Also, in speed basis, it is almost 4 times faster than an average. And lastly, the UAV is eco-friendly because it is fully electric battery powered. Lastly, I want to talk about Bell Nexus taxi drone. Bell Nexus taxi is one of the most important passenger drone projects. Also, from my perspective, it is the most aesthetic. It has a winged VTOL capability and it can go up to 150 mph. Including the pilot, it can hold up to 5 people. Also, with its propeller, with the 6 its range can go up to 150 miles.
I want to mention about example of today in drone transportation. The first example is Ehang. The Ehang drone is probably the closest vehicle to hit the market. Autonomous flight technology eliminates the possible of failure caused by man-made errors. Ehang uses 4G or 5G as a standard. Thus, remote control of the aircraft and real-time transmission of flight data as Uber technology. It is currently in the testing phases in Dubai and is expected to start drone taxi operation at any time. Dubai has stepped into becoming the first city in the world to offer flying taxi services. The second one is Airbus Vahana. The Vahana drone taxi introduced by Airbus. Vahana intends to open urban airways by developing the first certificate electric self-pilot vertical takeoff and landing passengers aircraft. Vahana being as a cost comparable replacement for short-range urban transportation like cars or trains. This project is that full automation and sense and avoiding technology will allow us to achieve higher safety levels by minimizing human error while allowing more vehicles to share the sky. The final example is Bell Air Taxi. Bell Air Taxi, which was the showcase at Consumer Technology Association in 2019 made a lot of mention of its name because it's a luxury air taxi, the biggest difference from the others. Bel Air, one of the biggest helicopter manufacturers, is assertive with its design from drone transportation. Bel Air journey to build the right aircraft to re-evaluation vertical lift allows us explore new area and evolve our technology. Introduce the Bell Nexus, a four-duct vehicle configurable in a hybrid electric platform. And Bell Air Taxi says that bringing together the best thinking in technology and transport.
Let's analyze the passenger drone market. The decline in drone cost and technological advancement are primarily driving the passenger drone market. The growing urban population, increasing need to travel cheaper, faster, and cleaner has accelerated the passenger drone market growth. The increasing global demand of intelligent technologies that reduce emission and provide higher energy efficiency will drive the passenger drone market growth during the forecast period. The global passenger drone market size was valued at $182 million approximately in 2018. In 2026, it is expected to be $1.4 billion. Also, compound annual growth rate will grow up 29.5% during the forecast period. In addition, according to the Wall Street research, this sector is one of the sectors to be invested in. There are competitors of passenger drone industry. Growing industry increases the number of companies. Many companies have invested in this field. This investment, which have been coming from the past, continue to increase today. For example, Larry Page, co-founder of Google, has been personally funding startup Z-Aero. He invested more than $100 million in Z-Aero. In this January, Toyota invested $394 million into Silicon Valley-based Joby Aviation, which is developing a piloted all-electric vertical takeoff and landing air taxi. As with any new technology, using passenger drone involves various risks. Many factors, such as insufficient testing, software, and technical problems, scare people because your change of survival are very low in any problem. According to the research of YouGov, 41% of Americans surveyed state that they do not want to use a passenger drone. 54% would not feel safe even if they use. Only 5% voted that they would use it safely. Surveys shows that companies in this sector need a serious marketing strategy. Of course, there is a solution to every problem. British startup company ABBS has developed a security system. This system is a passenger protection system against rocket attacks, the danger of falling, failing, and many technical problems. In addition, this system is actively used in military fields and ensures the survival of many people.
Conceptualization of passenger planes or flying cars is no longer a new trend, as development in this area began in the 1980s. Since then, several companies have launched different prototypes capable of vertical takeoff and landing. VTOL vehicles do not require a runway to launch and can accommodate 2 to 5 passengers at a time, thus being more energy efficient than helicopters. These vehicles are powered by hybrid electric or fuel electric motors and can be manually controlled, remotely controlled, and fully autonomous. The advent of passenger drones is seen as a major trend in the mobility sector that is changing the way people move. These kinds of vehicles can play an important role in the mobility sector as they are fast and offer an effective alternative to clogged land transport. In the long term, passenger aircraft can be an attractive and competitive alternative, covering distances greater than 20 kilometers, as they require relatively less infrastructure investment compared to already existing air transport systems. Some technological advances are expected to help commercialize passenger aircraft. For example, the introduction of electric propulsion systems is expected to make passenger aircraft cheap. Since electric powertrain is simpler than gas turbines, the initial cost of buying or leasing an electric VTOL will be lower. In addition, due to electrification, the cost of batteries is also expected to drop, making passenger drones a cheaper alternative to helicopter. In the current scenario, current battery technology offers short flight times for eVTOL application. However, as the energy and power density of battery technologies increases, the flight speed and distance will increase accordingly. With the development of technology, interest in passenger aircraft is growing every day. Because clogged land traffic becomes more clogged as the number of vehicles increases. Passenger aircraft are a very good alternative to this traffic chart. Companies will also notice that over the years, the number of companies investing in the sector has increased. Thus, the grocery market is also expanding. With a technological development that directly affects our lives every day, drone technology, especially passenger drone technology, can be open to initiatives as it develops rapidly. Because today, well-established car companies such as Toyota and Hyundai will also see the future in the sector, investing in this technology.